Video we are going to discuss about variance and standard deviation for frequency data. Here this frequency is two types: frequency for the discrete data or ungrouped data, and let us see the formula. Formula for variance is equal to sum of x minus x minus mean whole square into frequency by n. So n means here total number of frequencies. You are going to calculate variance and standard deviation for sample. You have to use n minus 1. If it is for population, frequencies are n. Standard deviation, we have to square root it variance, so we will get the standard deviation. Let us deviation for a discrete frequency data. Here the values are 30 farmers are considered and asked them how many workers they used to hire in their peak season. So those 30 farmers are responded as they used to hire 4, or some people hire 5, and some people they don't hire anyone, and some people may hire even 9 also. So all these farmers are their answers are we arrange it. If you see the frequency, so no one is hired means one farmer replied, and only one worker will be hired replied by one farmer. Similarly 9 workers hired by 2 farmers. So here the total frequency is 30. Sum of frequency here is 30. So for calculate the variance, so what aspect we have to measure? Calculate means we have to find out the x values are given, and we have to find out mean. So how we will get mean means x by f by n. So then we will get the mean value. So here for that what we have to do, x values are given and f values also, frequencies also given. We have to multiply 0 into 1 0 plus 1 into 1 1 plus 2 into 2 4 plus. So similarly we have to add all the sum of the xf values, and we have to sum and divide with total number of frequencies, that is 30. So you see here the xf values are for all the categories, that number of workers hired. No one is hired to 9 workers will be hired. So all these xf values are we calculated, and the sum of xf is 150. So if we divide this 150 by this frequency 30, we will get the mean value. So 150 by 30 means we will get 5. So the mean value is 5 here. So the sum of xf is 150 value. We have to find out the variance x minus, that means observed value minus mean, and square of the value. After that we have to multiply this value. Multiply this x minus mean the value what we are getting and this one into frequency. So here if you see x minus mu means this is also represent mean, mostly used for population. X bar mostly will use for in general for so there isn't any impact of whether it is x bar or mu. So here x minus the observed value minus mean. So observed values are here these x values 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 minus the mean is 5 we got. So these are the x minus mu. Once we are getting these values x minus mu, we have to square. Once we square, these negative values becomes positive and we have to sum it. So after this, after getting these x minus mean whole square values, so we have to multiply with the frequency value. So the frequencies are here. So 1 into 25, similarly 1 into 16, 2 into 9, 18. Similarly, we have to multiply all the frequencies with the respective x minus mean whole square values. So after getting these values, we have to summate of this. Once we sum it, so we are getting 152. So come to the formula here. Sum of x minus mu or mean whole square into frequency by n. So then we will get the variance. So here, so 152 divided by the total number of observations are 30. So this is variance. This 5.066 is the variance, that means sigma square value. So sigma square is capital S square is equal to so we are getting this standard deviation value as 2.25. Understand this one. Try to calculate the variance and standard deviation for the grouped data, the grouped frequencies. So here 220 students are asked that how many hours they used to watch TV in a week. 220 students, and their answers are, their responses are kept as frequency. These are the frequencies we got, and these are the groups or class intervals. So now we have to find out the variance and standard deviation. So for finding the variance or standard deviation, we have to first find out the mean. So for grouped data, for finding the mean, we have to find out the mid values of the class intervals. So here 10 to 14 and here 10 to 14, and again here it is starting with 15 to 19. So there is no any continuity here. From here it is ending with the previous class is end with upper class end with 14, and the next class intervals lower class starting with 15. So to make it equalize, we have to do that. We have to subtract 0.5 from the lower class and add 0.5 to the upper class, to all the classes. Then we can see that here if you subtract 0.5 from 10, we will get 9.5, and add 0.5 to this upper class 19, so it comes as 14.5. Similarly we did for all the classes. Lower limit and upper limit we have to add and divide by 2. So then here if you add this, we are getting 19.5 plus 14.5 means 24 by 2. Similarly we calculated the mid values for all the other classes. So the values are coming 17, 22, 27, 32, 37, 42. The frequencies are already given. These values we know, these frequencies, and total is 220. Here we have to find out the XF value, and then we have to sum of this XF value and divide with the frequencies, total frequency, then we will get the mean. So here Fx values are frequency into this frequency midpoints. So we are getting these are the XF values, and total is 6560 hours. So now we have to find out the mean. So this is the total hours and divide with the number of frequencies, that means total number of students. So here sum of x means this is the total number of students 220, and this is the total TV watching hours by all the students per a week. It is comes as 6560. So the mean is 29.82 hours. Find out this observed value. We have to get the deviation values. So deviation, how the observed value is away from deviated from the mean, how far. So we subtracted the mean value 29.2 from all the x, that means this midpoint values. So here we are getting 29.82 minus observed value x 12. So here we are getting minus 17.82. Similarly we have subtracted 29 mean value from 17, and here we are getting minus 12.82. Similarly we calculated the x minus mean values for all the other observations. So next step we have to square. Once we square, the symbols are all becomes positive, and sum of these is we have to multiply with the frequencies. This x minus mean whole square value we have to multiply with the frequencies. So here the respective x minus, that means observed value minus mean whole square values are multiplied with the respective frequencies, and we got these values. So this sum of this is the 8,013.2 hours. So now we have to measure the variance. So what we have to do now, this value, the sum of x minus mean whole square into frequency value divided with the total number of frequencies, that means 220. So if we do this, we will get the mean variance value. 36.42 is variance value. If you square root it, so we are getting the standard deviation value as 6.03. The dispersion or distribution of these values, standard deviation values, in a normal curve. So here mean value is 0.5 29.82 and standard deviation value is 6.03. So we have to see that whether our data is following 1 standard deviation, 2 standard deviation or 3 standard deviation. And another aspect we have to see that under 1 standard deviation how much percentage or what is the range of watching a TV watching hours fall. Under 2 standard deviation the range of TV watching hours, how it is from which level to which number to which number, so we can identify. So here for 1 standard deviation we have to measure that mean plus or minus standard deviation, 1 standard deviation. So here mean is 29.82 subtract minus 6.03 so we are getting here 23.79. So this is the in normal curve, so this is the mean, so mean value is 29.82. So from here 1 standard deviation, this is if you subtract 1 standard deviation from the mean, so the values comes as 23 point, here it is at this .79 hours. And if you see the positive side, that means above the below the mean value at 1 standard deviation it comes as 23 hours, around 24 hours if you make it wrong, and above we have to plus it. So once you plus this, our values, so this part from here to here, this is the upper side, this comes as 35.91 hours. So that means from 23 hours 23.79 hours to 35.91 hours covers 68% of the students. 68, that it indicates that at 1 standard level 68% of the students are watching TV in a week from 23.79 hours to 35.91 hours. If you see for the 2 standard level, how many people are watching, the values ranges, how it will fall. If 2 standard means mean plus or minus 2 standard, so 2 into standard deviation we have to, so here mean is 9.82 minus 2 standard means we have to see that it is comes standard deviation 2 into standard deviation value, that means 2 into 6.03 it comes 12.6. So if you subtract 12.06 from 29.82, so here the values are 17.76. If you place this, we are getting 41.1.88. So if you plot in this standard distribution, so this is the -2, and this is the 2 standard. So 2 standard deviation will covers 95% of the respondents from here to this entire covers 95%, about 95%. See, that means 95% of students are watching TV from 17.6 hours to 41.88 hours. So by using this spread, so we can estimate that how many students are how much of the respondents are falling in the particular percentage, and we can understand that the standardized values also we can get. The standardized ranges are 23.79 hours to 35.91 for one standard. If you are see further, that means if you consider the extra other respondents views, the other data points for the analysis, we will get the another type of or other extra information. So in this way we used to understood about the variance and standard deviation. Now